Michelle here from Fitness Health Club, and I'm really excited to take you today for our over 50s upper body strength and stretch session. Now, for most of the workout, you won't need any equipment. There's just one or two exercises throughout that it might work best just to have a weight of some sort. Now, if you've got some light dumbbells or weight plates lying around, that's perfect, but you can also use something like 2 books or 2 DVDs. We just need something basically that we can hold in our hand. The weight itself doesn't matter too much. So to start off with, we are going to be doing a little bit of a warm-up. I'm going to pop 30 seconds on the clock, and I've got 3 exercises for us to do to warm up. We're going to start off with star jump taps. So we're going to take a step out to the side, arms up, and tap, tap, like that for 30 seconds. If you do feel like adding a jump to it, we can also jump in the star jumps as well. From there, we're going to rotate our arm across, touch our opposite knee, back down, rotate, back down, like that, and that's going to be for the next 30 seconds. Then after that, we're going to do air punches, so just rotating through our body, working out through our chest and shoulders there to get all of that warmed up. We're going to do that for a few times through, and then after that, we'll be ready to go into our strength workout. Starting off our warm-up with our star jump taps, ladies. Remember, if you do want to push a little bit harder, feel free to include a jump in that star jump. We've got our hand to our opposite knee next, so making sure we rotate through that shoulder, touching our hand onto our knee, and then swapping sides. So warming up through our shoulders, but also through our core and our legs. Getting a few more reps out for us. Up next are air punches. On these air punches, make sure you're really rotating through those hips and through our core, as well as working our upper body. Getting ready for another lap through of these exercises. Star jump taps up next. Let's try and go a little bit faster this time, ladies, as we're a bit more warmed up. If you do want to throw a few star jumps in there as well, go for it. Hand to our opposite knee, let's go. Try and drive that knee up nice and high, get a really good rotation through that shoulder. Air punches up next, let's go. that body, try and up the pace this time as we get warm. And last time through to finish off our warm-up, ladies, star jump taps up next. Going nice and fast, really getting warmed up now. And moving our hand to our opposite knee for our next exercise, starting in 5 seconds. Let's try and up the pace on this exercise now. Ten seconds to go, finish it off. And last round, getting started on our air punches. Let's go. Getting a few more punches, make sure our arms are at shoulder height. Alright team, that's our warm-up done. Up next, we're going to start our upper body strength circuit. So for our first circuit, we've got 3 exercises. As I mentioned, you are going to need something light to hold for one of these exercises. So I've got 2 weight plates. 1 kilo, 2 kilo, 3 kilo weights will be perfect. But if you don't have that, grab yourself 2 books of the same size or 2 DVDs of the same size, and you can use that as well. What we're going to do is lie on our back like this, having our weights above our head. I want you to try and press them together as tight as you can. While you're pressing them together, bring your hands slowly down towards your chest, hold for a second, and then control back up. The whole time you're doing this, I want you to be squeezing those plates or books or DVDs together as tight as you can. And I want you to try and squeeze through that chest muscle. So not through your wrists or anything. Squeeze that chest muscle together and slowly bring the weights down. We're going to do that as the first exercise. Then we're going to roll onto our stomach like this. We are going to raise up through our lower back, and if possible, arms forward, back, and then back down. Up, forward, back, back down. If you need an alternative, we can just raise up like that and then back down. And then for the last exercise, we're going to pop onto our hands and knees. We want our hands underneath our shoulders. From there, we want to draw our belly in so our core's engaged. We've got a nice flat back, and then tap our arm on the opposite shoulder back down. Tap our arm on the opposite shoulder back down. While we're doing this, we want to keep that belly drawn and our hips nice and steady, so we're not sort of wobbling around like this as we raise up. All right, there are 3 exercises. I'm going to pop 40 seconds on the clock. You'll have a 20-second rest between exercises, and we're going to do 3 rounds of it. Let's get started. Starting this round off with our chest squeeze. So grab your weights or your books or your DVDs and press them together as hard as you can, slowly lowering your arms down towards your chest and back up again.
Really try and squeeze those weights together and generate that movement through your chest. Up next, we've got our lower back extensions, so rolling over, lying on your stomach. So for this one, we want our legs to stay flat on the ground. We want to engage our core and work through our lower back to raise our body off the ground and back down again. Try and keep that core engaged as we do the movement. Great job, team. Last exercise of this round, we've got our plank with our shoulder tap. So setting up with your hands underneath your shoulders onto your knees, draw your stomach in tight, let's go. So tapping those shoulders nice and slowly, we want to focus on keeping those hips balanced as we tap, so we're not rocking from side to side. Ten seconds to go on this one. Try and stay on those knees and hands. Getting ready for round 2, ladies. We've got our chest squeeze up next, grabbing our weights, lying on our back. It's really important on this exercise, ladies, to try and squeeze through that chest to bring those weights together. A lot of people tend to squeeze through their wrists or their forearms or their arms. You'll feel it a little bit through here, but I want you to really focus on that chest muscle and pressing that together. Lower back extension time now, so popping those weights down, rolling over, lying on our stomach, getting ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Keeping those feet flat on the floor, raising up a little bit higher this time. Try and move those arms forward, back, and then back down again. Alright, time for our plank with shoulder tap. So popping onto our knees, hands underneath our shoulders, getting ready for shoulder taps. Let's go. If you want to make this a little bit harder, feel free to hold your arm at your shoulder for a little bit longer. All right, let's get ready for round 3. We've got our chest squeeze, so grabbing your weights, lying on your back, and let's go. Let's try and press those weights together a little bit harder this time. Slowly bringing those weights down towards our chest and slowly back up again. And let's roll over onto our stomach for our lower back extensions now. Try and raise up nice and high for this one, ladies, working through that lower back, the back of our legs and through our core. Focus on getting up nice and high, hold at the top for a second, and then control back down. Getting a few more reps out for us, team. Great job, team. Last exercise of this round, we've got our plank with our shoulder tap. Seconds to go on this one. Try and stay on those knees and hands.
Great job, ladies. Up next, I'm going to pop 5 minutes on the clock for you, and we're going to try and get through a certain amount of exercises. In this round, you will need, again, either a light dumbbell or a book or a DVD, just for one of the exercises. So we're going to start off with standing wall push-ups. So pop up against a wall like this, engaging through our core, and then we're going to press into the wall and drive out. We want to use our chest muscle for this one. So at the bottom, think about that chest muscle pushing out, like that. We're going to do 10 of those. From there, we are going to grab our dumbbell or book or DVD, and we're going to do some ab twists. So starting with the weight at one knee, we're going to keep our elbows straight, rotate up across our body and back down. Up across our body and back down like that. Make sure those elbows stay nice and straight the whole time. You'll do 10 one side and then swap sides, so starting at the opposite knee and then rotating up. See how I'm moving through my core and my obliques as I rotate up as well. So I'm
teaching my whole body to work together. Again, we're going to do 10 of those each side. Once we do those, we're then going to do some scap retractions. This is an exercise for our back and for those scapulars. So you're going to hold your arms out in front of you and then squeeze those shoulder blades together as you bring your arms back and forward. Squeeze those shoulder blades and forward. So from behind, what that looks like, you should be able to see my shoulder blades retracting together as I move my arms back, like that. We're also going to do 10 of those, and then we're going to finish off with 30 arm circles. So our arms are going to be out like this, and then we're just rotating in small little circles, forward for 30, and then back for 30. This should create a massive burn through those shoulders. Remember, we just want our arms out like this, so we don't want them too high or too low, just in line with our shoulders. All right, so we're gonna do 10 of each exercise, but then 30 of our shoulder rotations or our arm circles. I'm gonna put 5 minutes on the clock. We're gonna try and go non-stop for 5 minutes. I'm then gonna give you a little break, and we're gonna go back into those exercises for another 5 minutes to really test our upper body. Let's get started. All right, ladies, our 5-minute circuit is underway. We are starting off with our wall push-ups, making sure your arms are just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. We're driving through that chest muscle as we come in towards the wall and then pushing out. Remember to keep that core drawn in, so stomach in towards our spine. Once you've done 10 of those push-ups, we're moving on to our plate rotation or plate twist. So grab your weight and drive up towards the opposite shoulder. Remember to engage that core as you do that, keeping our elbows nice and straight. We want to feel this through our stomach, through our core, and also through those shoulders. Keep those elbows straight, team. Once you've done that, we've got 10 scap retractions. So it's really important to keep those shoulders down and then squeeze those shoulder blades as we bring our arms in and then back out again. Focus on really squeezing those shoulder blades together really tough. We've got 10 reps of this. Now we're going on to our arm circles. Remember, there's 30 each direction. So starting in a forward direction, just making small circles with those arms. Then swapping directions, we've got 30 in the other direction. If your arms are burning now, ladies, this is totally normal. Really, really tough exercise for those shoulders. Ladies, I've now completed 1 lap through that circuit, so I'm back onto my wall push-ups. Making sure we step those feet back, draw our stomach in so our core is strong, and we want to push through that chest muscle. Well done, we're well into round 2 now. Remember, it is 10 push-ups, 10 plate twists each side, 10 scap retractions, and then we've got 30 arm circles forward and 30 arm circles back. We're going for 5 minutes and then we'll have a break. Seconds to go, ladies. Keep pushing hard. A break is coming up soon. And that is the end of our 5-minute round, ladies. I want you to take a 60-second break, grab yourself a drink, shake out those arms. Then in 60 seconds, we're going to go back to those 4 exercises and do one more 5-minute round. Our 10 wall push-ups are up first, so making sure those arms are a bit wider than shoulder width apart. Take those legs back, engage that core by drawing your stomach in towards your spine, and then try and get your body nice and close into the wall and push out. We've got our plate twist up next. There's 10 each side. Remember to keep those elbows straight and getting a really good arc from one knee across to your shoulder. Once you've done 10 twists on one side, we've got 10 twists on the other side. Scap retractions are up next, so arms out in front of you, get a really good squeeze through those shoulder blades. If you want to make this one a little bit more difficult, hold for an extra second in that retraction position. And arm circles are up next. By now these should be burning our arms. Make sure our arms stay level with our body and just making small circles, 30 forward, then 30 back. feeling the burn, you're doing really well. Alright, I've again completed my first lap of these exercises. We're going to get started again on our wall push-ups, 10 reps. Keep pushing, ladies, we are almost there. This is our last strength round before we've got stretches coming up next. Last 60 seconds, let's go really hard.
Great job, ladies. We've now done our strength part of our workout. We're going to finish off with a really nice stretch just to get everything in that upper body stretched out and feeling good. So join me again up against a wall. We're going to start off stretching out those shoulders. So stand up against a wall for me, pop your elbows and your wrists against that wall and slowly slide those arms up as high as you can and back down, making sure that elbows and wrists touch the wall the whole time. Alright, so slow and control up and back down, keeping those elbows and wrists against the wall. We're going to keep going with this for a few reps. Keep your head against the wall, your butt, your back, everything touching that wall. If you can't go up super high, that's okay. Just go up even to here, wherever is comfortable for you. We're going to do 2 more. Great job. Next one, again, we're going to stretch through those shoulders and a bit through our back and chest as well. So come up against the wall, hands shoulder width apart, about in line with those shoulders, and then walk your legs back, stick your butt out behind you and press downwards with your chest towards the ground. We want to feel that stretch through these shoulders and our back. If you need a little bit more of a stretch here, really try and press your chest down towards the ground and stick your butt out behind you.
hold here for another 10 seconds or so. Great job. We're now going to stretch out through that chest muscle. So place one hand on a wall, again in line with our shoulder, facing forward, and then just twisting away with your body, away from that arm. We want to feel it all through here, through that chest muscle, a little bit through your shoulders as well. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can take your thumb and rotate it downwards in like a 6 o'clock position as well. Taking some nice deep breaths through these stretches. All right, and swapping sides for us. So taking the other arm, putting it up against the wall, again in line with our shoulders, and then stretching away. Again, you should feel it all through this chest muscle, a little bit into your shoulders as well. If you do want to increase that stretch, remember, just take your thumb, placing it down towards the ground in like a 6 o'clock position. Try and rotate through that body, but make sure your hips are nice and straight, facing forward. Great job. And then our last stretch, we're going to work through those upper traps. So I'll get you to take your right arm, place it above your head, and then move your chin to that right elbow for me. So we want to feel this stretch all through the left side of our neck and into our upper traps. Try and pull that head a little bit closer towards your armpit now. Taking a few more deep breaths here before we swap side. And finishing off by stretching the opposite side, so grabbing your left arm, placing it over your head and bringing your chin in towards your armpit. Again, should feel that stretch all down through the neck and into our upper traps in the back. Try and pull that chin a little bit closer in towards your armpit. And we'll stay here for about 10 more seconds.
Great job, ladies. That is our over 50s upper body strength and stretch session done for today. Hope you enjoyed it and hope the body's feeling nice and loose now after that stretch as well. Remember to keep doing lots of our videos and keep nice and fit during this time. We'll see you soon. Bye.